is Valley News Live at 10.
Did you know that there were drugs in the house?
No.
No.
Yeah, we've had drug problems. That was 10 years ago.
One man is in jail tonight and others may follow after today's search of a South Fargo home. Several law enforcement agencies, including the SWAT team, carried out a search warrant for an ongoing drug investigation. 37-year-old Jaime Urabazo was taken into custody for an open arrest warrant at 924 5th Street South. That's near Hawthorne Elementary School. Valley News team's Courtney Lockie went to the house today and spoke with the homeowner and then neighbors who are all shaken up.
My house has been raided a couple times, and they've never found anything except for legal marijuana.
Daniel Curtis is the homeowner at 924 5th Street South, where Friday's search warrant was conducted. Police called it part of a drug investigation. Another man was arrested.
Did you know that there were drugs in the house?
No.
No.
Yeah, we've had drug problems. That was 10 years ago. And I forbid drugs in my house.
Curtis has had his own troubles with the law, including disorderly conduct, assault on a police officer, escape, and a drug charge in 2014. A prosecutor told us his criminal history was part of the reason the SWAT team was involved.
Oh my God, I see a ton of people there all the time, and they're always digging in the cars.
Yeah, that's what everyone...
You know what they're doing.
That's what everyone's saying. Several neighbors shared their concerns about what goes on in the home and say the arrest has been a long time coming.
It'd be great if there wasn't things like that were present in this neighborhood. I mean, anything that is criminal activity or things of that nature, it's just unfortunate that it's around here.
Other neighbors say it's scary to have something like this happen so close. The most unsettling part for many is the home's close proximity to Hawthorne Elementary School.
Oh yeah, there's a school right there, isn't there? Yeah. That's disgusting.
Neighbors add they're thankful for police and hope they continue to weed out trouble. In Fargo, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
Investigators say additional charges and suspects are possible since it is an ongoing investigation. One officer is recovering and one man is in custody after police say he fired at officers and into the front window of a hotel in downtown Fargo early this morning. Fargo police say 54-year-old Henry Aiken fired his gun towards them and then also shot into the Radisson lobby with a revolver that had a laser attached. Today we looked into Aiken's past and found this isn't the first time Aiken has done something like this. Back in October 2015, Aiken went into a Williston nursing home and shot one round into a door, then brandished a revolver, pushed women into a room and pointed the gun at them. Williston police found Aiken also pointed a gun at a person in South Carolina back in 2004. Aiken has yet to be formally charged. He is expected to be in court on Monday. Bail has been set at $1 million for the man accused of bludgeoning a North Fargo man to death early Wednesday morning. 43-year-old Daryl Peterson is now charged with one count of felony intentional murder in the death of 64-year-old Dwayne Darling. When Fargo police responded to 201 11th Street North, they noticed a bent, bloody metal piece of furniture with 4 legs, and one of the legs was broken off. When officers arrested Peterson on an unrelated warrant Wednesday afternoon, they noticed Peterson had blood stains on his pants and jacket. While Peterson was being taken to jail, he told officers that he should be charged for murder. Peterson is set to be in court again in December. The 17-year-old Williston boy accused of shooting and killing 2 teenagers will make his initial appearance as early as Monday in juvenile court. Police say the teen shot 19-year-old Matthew York and 19-year-old Parker Hyder on Sunday. York died from his injuries. North Dakota Century Code says if the juvenile court judge finds probable cause that the 17-year-old committed murder, he will be transferred to district court for public proceedings to be tried as an adult. Fargo Public Schools and police are investigating a teacher who allegedly hit a special needs student. It happened at Centennial Elementary on Tuesday. The district says the teacher and student were part of the Early Childhood Special Education program. The teacher is on paid administrative leave, awaiting the outcome of the investigation. She allegedly hit the kid on the shoulder during an interaction.
These are kids with special and unique needs, and they need staff that are prepared and supported to meet those needs.
We are not identifying the teacher at this time. We did some digging into that person's background and learned they graduated from college in 2017. Fargo Public Schools declined speaking on camera, but says its investigation should wrap up by next week. A Minnesota man who shot and wounded a school bus driver on a Minneapolis freeway during a snowstorm has been sentenced to more than 7 years in prison. 32-year-old Kenneth Lilly of St. Paul pleaded guilty in August to first-degree assault for the February attack that left Thomas Benson deaf in one ear and unable to continue working as a bus driver due to nerve damage in his hand. Lilly was sentenced today to 7 years. Authorities say Benson was trying to merge onto the highway when his bus scraped Lilly's car. During a traffic jam, Lilly walked in front of the bus and fired 5 shots into the windshield, wounding Benson's arm and grazing his head. A girl on the bus was not hurt. Today, Minneapolis's mayor and the police chief announced the city has more than 1,700 sexual assault kits sitting in property evidence rooms that have never been tested. That's roughly 8 times as many as the department disclosed when the legislature mandated untested kits be counted back in 2015. At that time, the Minneapolis Police Department reported it had 194 kits that had not been tested.
We had a failure in terms of the auditing process of those kits. That is unacceptable. And while we'll be hearing numbers today, I want to remind everyone here in this room that we're actually talking about human beings.
The deputy police chief says the department discovered there were hundreds of additional untested kits in July during an accounting process now done in the sex crimes unit. He says it was quickly determined there was a significantly large amount of untested kits in their inventory, some going back as far as 30 years. The Minneapolis mayor says past mistakes in handling rape kits are being revealed with humility and in the name of transparency. North Dakota's National Guard is carrying out drills over the weekend to be better prepared for blizzards this winter. John Salling has more on what they're doing to get ready.
To a fake blizzard to practice their response in case of a real one this winter.
We want to get out there in our communities and working with everybody, so when we have a blizzard happen, it's not our first time meeting these people and working together.
Command staff are working with emergency services to give everyone practice, issuing orders and commands, though no units are actually moving.
We just really work hard to strengthen those relationships, and this is in that effort to do that.
Roger that.
The Guard rehearse every year for blizzards, floods, and fires to help the state solve those problems when they happen.
The National Guard is there to support. We're not free. Okay, it comes with a cost, but when all other resources in the state are overwhelmed, then we are there and we provide that capability.
Shower says the National Guard will deploy in order to prevent loss of life or great property damage.
The National Guard has a statewide exercise coming up in August called Vigilant Guard that will involve having boots on the ground during a drill with emergency services personnel.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
All right, happy Friday, and it is quiet out there. It's been a pretty fair day across the valley. We started out on a gray and sticky note, but we did see some late sun temperatures, not as warm as yesterday, but pretty fair, and we remain fairly mild at 32 degrees. Wind 15 miles per hour out of the southeast. Right now, those 15-mile-per-hour winds helping to keep us a little milder in our southern counties. All of us in the low to mid-30s at this 10 o'clock hour. Low 20s for Badette this hour as we look off to the east. Devil's Lake, you have 29 as well in Jamestown. Lakes Country, low to mid-30s from Becker and Otter Tail County, but we have 20s farther off to the east near Wadena County. All right, here is a look at the situation. We have that chilly air focused in central portions of Minnesota up to the north. There's milder air down to the south in South Dakota and in the between locations. We've seen those clouds. And for our neighbors out to the west, it's just been a gray, soupy day throughout the entirety of the day with patchy, dense fog across the region of the James River Valley into the Devil's Lake Basin and out towards Lake Sakakawea as well. We have a fog advisory at least until midnight for these areas. Now, the wind may help clear some of the fog out, but there are still locations that are battling reduced visibility. And these are just where we are seeing on the camera. Dickey County, very hazy looking down there on Highway 11. So south central North Dakota seeing that, and westbound on Interstate 94. Not far from Medina, things looking a little on the fuzzy or reduced visibility side. So keep in mind, as we go through the overnight hours, if you're traveling westbound tonight, that's where we'll have that best chance at some soupy fog, reduced visibilities, and with temperatures near freezing, we can have what's called ice fog. And that's where the water droplets from the fog freeze on things like your windshield of your car or the roads or sidewalks. So could be a little slippery out there to start our Saturday. Off to the east from the Red River and points east, see south winds at 15 to 20 miles per hour even through the overnight should keep us fog free. Not cloud free though. It will be a more cloudy as opposed to sunny day once again across the region. But those south winds will warm temperatures up. We stay dry in most locations. However, late in the day there'll be a chance, particularly after the dinner hour, of some rain showers across Minnesota and scattered to isolated snow showers across northeast North Dakota. But in Fargo tomorrow, 32 to start your day, 15 to 20 mile per hour winds out of the south will bolster temperatures back into the 40s for a fairly and nice feeling day, but not necessarily looking day with all of the clouds across the valley. Temperatures will warm into the 30s up north and out to the east as well, so warmer in northern Minnesota. Beautiful shot here from Grand Forks. Tom, thanks for uploading your photo. Here is a look at your planning forecast. On Sunday, we cool it down a little bit with still a spotty chance for some flakes of snow. Then we start next week on the mild side with temperatures near 40, but it looks like we get cooler, Andrea, as we go through midweek and beyond.
I forgot to bring you a chair. Sorry about that.
I can stand, or we can fake it.
We can do that, yeah.
Is this better?
Thank you. Later on Valley News Live at 10, investigators looking for a motive on why a shooter opened fire on a California school campus. That's still ahead tonight.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.